Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
All right, friends, welcome in. Before we get started, this was my drive this morning. Treacherous, Jason. Look at that.
Yes, whiteout conditions.
Oh, man. Treacherous this morning. Look at that. Horrible.
No wonder the town is closed.
Boy, look at this. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought, Jason?
I don't know. Who would have thought that?
I even had time to add dramatic music to it.
Oh, I know. You're just on top of your game today.
That was it this morning. Just a few more seconds. Boy, look at that. I don't know what part of town you were on, but my part of town was terrible.
I didn't look that bad.
Yeah, it was weird. I got 2 seconds out of the driveway and it was cleared up.
Really?
Good morning, Huntsville. Arctic Blast 2024. Oh, it was not that bad.
It isn't bad at all.
That was less than a year ago, though. That was March of 2023.
Yeah, I can believe it. I when I drove trucks, I mean, in the middle of May, I was in South Dakota one time, and it's bright, sunshiny weather, and all of a sudden I drive into whiteout conditions for like 200 miles.
May of 2023. Yeah, when we came back from that was Fargo, by the way. We were still required. And I'm sure my boss she would have been, she was a great lady. She would have understood, some Texas boy never driving that much. But we were pretty much required to still be at work.
Right.
And I will say this. My sister had posted a comment yesterday that said that folks down here don't know how to drive in this stuff. I kind of because she lived up in South Dakota for 17 years. Love you, sis. Love you. I love my sister. But here's the deal. When I was up there, I felt like people up there didn't know how to drive in it, and they're around it. I was on Interstate 29.
That's a horrible interstate.
It's terrible. And there were people going 75 and 80 with snow all over the road. And a little bit later, I saw 2 of those vehicles in the ditch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going 40 and 50, and people are slamming on their horn, honking at me, telling me to get out of the way.
Yep.
So this morning, I wanted to start by saying it's better safe than sorry.
Take your time, guys. It's there's nothing worth getting in a wreck over.
It is slick this morning. We were, but it's not terribly slick. But there are spots. When I got out of the truck, there was ice on the road. I mean, I had to be careful. I was up in Fargo, man. I fell 4 times, Jason. 4 times. Yeah. And I think I still have some issues from the last fall. But one fall was just ridiculous. It wasn't even outside. It was on the stairs and going to the basement. I fell, and it is just like the movies. If you fall halfway or even at the top,
it is going to bounce all the way down.
It's dunk, 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 dunk all the way down. And we had a baby gate at the end of it. So not only was it dunk, 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 dunk all the way down, then it was and I hit the gate. And I think I still have tailbone issues from that, man.
I would have laughed.
I think so.
I know I would have laughed.
I guess we're good. This morning, I do want to encourage you today, if you're not having to work, stay inside. It is chilly, 16 degrees outside.
It is cold. And a wind chill.
Wind chill is brutal.
Yeah,
we're still under that wind chill warning.
Well, yeah, that north wind is really whipping this morning.
That's what I learned up north. It wasn't the cold. In fact, yesterday I took the trash out. I had a short-sleeve shirt on. I mean, but the wind had died down.
Right.
And I wasn't out there very long. But I realized, man, if you're out there long in that wind, that's what I learned up north. The wind is what gets you.
It does. I'll never forget one of my first trips in the north during the wintertime. I pull into Fargo, North Dakota. I think you know where that is.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.
Pull in there, grab some fuel, throw a bunch of anti-gel into the truck. And
Anti-gel?
I'm like, yeah, anti-gel for diesel.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Diesel gels up.
I'm not a diesel guy. I don't understand diesel.
I'm driving a big truck, man. Come on. And getting into Fargo, I was like, man, this is horrible. I think I'm going to park here for the night. I get into Fargo, I'm like, hey, it's no big deal, everything looked good. And I'm like, oh, man, I still got 5 hours I can drive today. I'm going to go get it. That was a big mistake. I ended up parking in Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
Oh. Fergus Falls is where a good friend of mine is from. Phil Hansen, my analyst, is from that area.
But long story short, I parked on a sheet of ice in Fergus Falls at a truck stop, and the next morning I decided that it was not worth driving or walking inside to get something to drink after I fell 4 times in the parking lot. I didn't even make it 15 feet from the truck.
When was this? How many years ago?
Oh, man, that was a long time ago. Probably 12, 14 years.
You drove the big 18-wheelers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever go, big wheels turning, woo, woo? Isn't that a song?
I have no idea.
Jason's like, please stop this morning. Please stop. Wanted to share some more photos. This was a year, and I'm not saying this to say, like, look what, I had to go through. But I'm just telling you, man, I learned a lot in the short time that I was up here. And people.
Yeah, that's what it looks like up here in the winter. Well, that's actually a good day to drive.
This was actually a bad day right here.
No, that was a good day.
According to the National Weather Service, you were supposed to stay off the roads. They were completely iced over. There wasn't even, despite that photo, that was my cousin driving in front of me. And in my truck, I was in a big U-Haul, and we were barely inching along. We were going about 25 miles. We went 25 miles an hour for 300 miles through all of North Dakota and through all of South Dakota. National Weather Service said stay off the roads. And they don't do that often up there. But they said stay off the highways. In fact, you see those cars on the left, but the truth is, once we got a little farther down the road, through that 300-mile stretch, I think we counted something like 39 or 40 cars that were in the ditch. And, and it wasn't very fun. But those were some of the Fargo memories that
you wish that you could forget.
No, man, with this cold weather, I was sitting there thinking, Jason, man, I kind of miss that a little bit. It was
I don't miss 56 below zero without the wind chill.
I don't know how to describe it. It was just like, it was almost like you were in this foreign land. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That's what it felt like. It felt like I don't belong here.
I mean, there was times I would go into these, to these warehouses and stuff to make a delivery, and you get in, and it's rural. It's very rural in parts of the Dakotas. But you would drive by, even in a big truck, and the snow banks are so high that even sitting in the cab of that big truck, you can't see out.
Yeah, there was my cousin. She came to help us move, and she drove, like I said, my truck, but that was after they had plowed out the parking lot. Up there, man, when that stuff goes anywhere, there's nowhere to go.
No.
I mean, they just have to pile it.
Yeah, you just pile it.
And they do have a city.
Well, some cities, they'll haul it. They have like snow areas.
They do, and I forget what they call it. They called it Mount something. It was, and it does not thaw out until August.
Yeah.
Through the summer. It's still de-thawing. Mm-hmm. And it's all nasty. It's all covered in mud and dirt.
Yeah,
and all
that road grime, man. It's nasty.
But yeah, that was some of the adventures that we had, and my cousin, she was enjoying herself. But then you look at stuff like this and you say, isn't that beautiful? I mean, just look at that was during a sunset as we were heading out. And those are the scenery that I really miss. It's just beautiful, seeing the sun glistening off the icy cold roads.
Yeah.
But anyways.
The one thing you do learn about driving in the snow is you need sunglasses.
You absolutely. You know what's funny that you mentioned that? Because you're exactly
even
right.
when the sun, even when it's not bright and sunshine like in your photo, even when it's cloud cover, it's just so bright. When you get up there and it's this time of year and there's snow on the ground, you have to wear sunglasses.
You do. I wanted to show this. There's the photo of my cousin and I. Called her there, and I had to wear the sunglasses, man, because it was so bright. You're right. I wore them all the time, man.
It is.
So anyway, I pulled that up not this morning to be like, oh, look, we had to go through this. I'm not that kind of guy, but it was just it was a weird time. And I'm so thankful for the experience. Here's the inspiration this morning. See, I knew this was going to happen, Jason. Then we're going to get to...
Let's talk about some inspiration.
We're going to get to what we're doing here this morning, who's making it happen. But life is all about experiences. And every season in your life happens for a reason. And maybe this morning you're waking up, you're heartbroken, something terrible has happened. You may have lost a family member, a relationship. And just know that those experiences that you've dealt with in life are going to set you up for something much greater down the road. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to see when you're in the middle of a storm or you're frozen like this morning. It's hard to see how you're ever going to thaw out. How are you ever going to find a way to get through or plow through it? And I just want to encourage you this morning that it's a season. And after everything happens, I guarantee that you're going to be reminded of the experience and say, you know what? I hated that I had to go through that. Or maybe some of you didn't. Maybe some of you will go back and say, I didn't hate that I had to go through that, but I'm thankful that I had to go through that because it taught me a life lesson.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't hate having to go through that. That was our dream. It was everything that I had worked for 15 plus years. And just God had a different plan. And it wasn't nothing bad. I've said it numerous times on the show. We didn't leave there because something bad happened. We left there because we chose to leave. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't because of the cold. It was because of having our next child. And that's something else this morning, friends. Think about your family and how important they are. Maybe some of you this morning haven't spoken to a brother or a sister in 15, 20 years. And a lot of times, I want to be honest, a lot of times it's petty. I've heard stories in families where a car got broken because a brother fixed it. They didn't talk for 20 years. You got to put aside that pettiness because I guarantee that when we're all on our deathbed, and I hope to God it's not until I'm 98, maybe 100. I'll go 110.
110.
Really? But when that moment comes, and I think it's a blessing that when for those of us that have to go through a situation and know when our time is coming, that's a blessing. It really is. It's painful to some people, but it's better than the unexpected. But I think when that time comes, are we going to look back and say, man, I wish I would have fixed that relationship? And I think some of us will. I really do. I think some of us are going to be laying there saying, man, I really wish that I would have fixed that relationship. And so this morning, I want to encourage you, whatever that relationship is, if you had a name pop into your head just now, fix that relationship today. Get on the phone. It's a process. It ain't going to happen overnight. But you know what? You picking up the phone, even if somebody wronged you, forgive them.
Right.
And I've had to do that a couple of times. And it's
not fun. It's
not
not
fun.
easy.
But I can say this morning, that I can sit here this morning and I don't have any grudges or any regrets. You know, there were some things that I was pretty bitter about, 6 months ago, and even when we left here, there was things that I was bitter about. But God put on my heart to get better, not bitter. And when we wake up with that attitude of gratitude every day, boy, life, it makes things a lot easier. And it's still going to be tough. It ain't going to be easy every day.
Life isn't easy.
It's not. So
anybody who thinks life is easy and fair, you got to get out from under that rock.
That's right. Well, there's a reason that we have God, and there's a reason we have Satan. And because of evil and because of Satan, things aren't easy. But the burden gets easier and the yoke gets easier whenever you put your faith in Him. And so this morning I want to encourage you to do that you don't have to struggle. You don't have to live in that world of hurt, that world of pain. Just put your faith in Jesus and say, God, I give it over to you this morning. There's your inspiration, Jason.
It's our inspiration for today.
We need that Jason inspiration.
There we go.
We're going to get that going here on the show.
Okay.
All right, well, welcome in. We're past 187. Thank goodness. We got over that one. That was a scary episode number last week. If you know police talk, you know what 187 is. So
187.
We made it over the 187, man. We're here on 192. Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense, good friend of mine and good friend to Huntsville, joining us this morning for all of your personal safety and awareness needs. Guardian Defense, they are the experts in personal safety here in Huntsville and Walker County. Make sure to check them out online at guardiandefensellc.com. A big shout out as well to Paul Oley of the Gallery for providing this space to us. And we wouldn't be able to be in this space without Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers. You can find him online at elliotsjewelers.com. He'll take care of all your custom jewelry, new jewelry, even jewelry that's already made. He's got it all. He's even got those Antwerp diamonds here in Huntsville.
Really?
Traveled all the way to Belgium, brought them back, and you can have them right on your finger. Probably not today, but give them a few days, and you could be wearing them.
Awesome.
Jace, I'm going to get you a diamond grill. Do they make those like grills with diamonds?
I hope not.
Man, you would look pretty sharp in those.
No, I'm not getting a grill.
This morning when we went on the air, Jason, I was kind of looking over at you for a moment, and I started thinking, you're like a friendly, abominable snowman type.
A friendly, abominable snowman?
Yeah, you kind of look like the abominable snowman, but a friendly version.
Okay.
Like a nice, friendly version. Is that okay, man?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good. I'm easy.
We're here on Tactical Tuesday with Jason. You know, it was funny. Somebody had mentioned, what was it? There was a group, I think it was Jamie who runs Osprey Storage, had put, like, tell me what your business is or whatever.
Yeah.
And you had put, I'm Jason with Guardian Defense. Man, there was like 3 or 4 comments that said, you're the Hello Huntsville guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did you see that, man?
Yeah, I recognize you from Hello Huntsville.
Hey, I didn't know who they were, man. I said, that's great. I love that.
I get that quite regularly in town.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
So just call him the Abominable Snowman from now on, man.
What are we going to do in the summer?
Free, I guess, melt. You're frozen.
Melt
away.
Melt away in the summer.
Hey, we want to welcome you in. Let us know this morning what you're thankful for. We wanted to get to it. 16 degrees outside. The roads are a little bit slick. Schools are closed today all across the area. The city of Huntsville is closed. I'm here today. Normally it's HLI day this time of the month on a Tuesday, and HLI got canceled as well because we follow the Huntsville ISD rules. And today we remain under that hard freeze warning. The wind chill warning continues on. And
they're saying like -5 this morning.
Yeah, it was
with the wind chill.
Pretty chilly, yeah, 5 below. See, that's another thing I learned up there, Jason, and I never got this, okay? Somebody corrected me and said, don't say negative, like, because it was always negative there.
Right, minus.
No, they said make sure that you say it's 5 below.
5 below.
And this guy goes, it's just, you can tell when people aren't from here well, I'm not from here. And it was weird because I watched a video of a coach from UND, which is even farther north, up in Grand Forks, and it was a coach, and he was talking about the weather and how he likes it, and it was about an experience. And he's from that area, and guess what he said?
Negative.
It's negative 40 today. Mm-hmm. And he's walking around in it. And I started thinking, people told me that I'm not supposed to say negative, but here's a guy that's from this area, and he said negative 40.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah, it gets a little cool up there.
I'll say negative all day.
That's fine.
So -5 this morning with the wind chills. Want you to remember, if you see someone around town that looks like they are cold, take them somewhere warm. Last night, man, before I went to sleep, I couldn't go to sleep last night for a moment because I just started thinking about what if there's some people here in town. And Dave Smith does such a great job over at Good Shepherd Mission, helping out folks. But this morning, thank goodness I haven't seen anybody yet. But if you see somebody today that looks like they're cold, that may not have a place, and it looks like they're struggling, would you embrace them and cover them and make sure that they're going to stay warm? Because, look, friends, this cold snap is 60-plus hours in the making. We're not going to warm up until tomorrow. It's going to be another cold night, 17
degrees. Yeah, it's not going to get above freezing today.
No, 31 is the forecasted high, and it is supposed to finally get above freezing tomorrow with highs in the mid to upper 40s. Make sure you're dripping your pipes, doing all that stuff. If you have to travel, drive slow. We talked about it earlier. The roads, there are some slick spots. That was the caution for closing a lot of things today. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you, as long as you're careful, you'll be okay. So if you do have to get out, we don't want you to, but if you have to get out and get to the grocery store, make sure that you just take your time. You had to go, twice or once yesterday, and then you had to go back again?
No, I got to go back today.
What'd you forget, man?
I don't remember.
It's too
I'm sure I have a text message about it.
Hey, Jerica's with us. Good morning, Jerica. She says from freezing Fargo. Jerica, we can't relate to your temps, but we're freezing here this morning.
Right.
So, we're waking up to 17 degrees. That's a big deal for us Texans. So good morning to you, Jerica. I wanted to get to something else, too, about how the media landscape has changed.
The media landscape.
The media landscape over the years. So yesterday, Shannon does such a great job. Shannon over at Huntsville ISD with communication. She does a great job getting information out on their social media channels and those things, and she's been doing it for so long. And so immediately, we get a message that says, hey, Huntsville ISD is closed. Well, we got it up, as quick as we could. But here's the deal. It's almost like the media is in this mad rush to be the first one. And I'm not talking about the district. I'm just talking about in general. The district needs to because they're relating their information.
Right.
But people who pick up press releases are in this huge rush to get it out there as quickly as possible.
I know.
And I started thinking about, how the media landscape has changed over the years.
Oh, it has, especially like school closings and stuff. I remember when I was a kid, you were like watching the bottom of the screen.
The ticker, man.
The ticker. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a big news story if you had a bad inclement weather day at school. It was along the bottom of the screen. You had to sit there and stare at it.
Someone's going to say that I'm wrong by saying this, and I don't care. I'm not doing it to bash TV or radio because, I'm involved in live video production. I'm involved in audio stuff, and we're working on bringing our LPFM here to Huntsville. But I really feel like those mediums aren't the number one way to get information anymore. And I say this in a respectful way. When I was a child, we had a local station in town. They do great work. And that's all. We didn't have social media. We didn't have the internet.
You didn't have the internet. You didn't have social media.
Or the World Wide Web.
No smartphones.
No. And so I remember as a child waking up, and we didn't have automated phone calls. And I remember when we had winter weather days in Georgetown, that we would get up at 6 a.m. and we would listen to the local radio station because even the Austin stations wouldn't announce that we were closed yet. So we would listen with our fingers crossed.
I remember listening to KSAM. Mm-hmm. You didn't turn on the TV in the morning because Houston wasn't going to tell you whether you went to school in Huntsville.
But but now social media, and the whole reason that I brought this up is now 2 seconds after an announcement is made.
Oh, yeah.
With the work that Shannon does at the district, everyone knew within 2 minutes what was okay. And then it spreads, and it's still good for media to talk about it, obviously, because everybody has their own little audience. But the deal is, social media is king when it comes to information now.
They are.
Twitter, now called X, Facebook,
Instagram,
LinkedIn, all that stuff. You find out immediately. And then on top of that, you know, I was always taught to believe that, like, this made sense. Like, if you come to me and you say, you know, I don't need to advertise because I get all my business by word of mouth. Well, guess what? Social media generates word of mouth.
It is.
TV commercials generate word of mouth. Radio commercial. Have you ever been around somebody who says, I heard that on the radio?
I have.
Or I saw that on TV?
Saw it on TV.
That's word of mouth.
That's word of mouth.
And so, you know, that's things spread like wildfire nowadays because of these smartphones, because of all that. And I'm not saying that traditional media is irrelevant because everything has its place. But we have such a hunger to digest information all the time that, you know, I just thought about that yesterday. I was like, my goodness, you know, within 5 minutes, everybody knew that the school district was closed. I mean, that's good. It's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That way you don't show up and the school's closed.
Yeah. I was just thinking
I've
about
had
that last
happen.
night.
Did you ever experience that growing up?
No.
Parents took you to school and you got there and found out it was closed?
No, because I had to ride the big yellow loser cruiser, man, until I was a senior. So
Loser cruiser.
big yellow loser cruiser, man.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with riding the bus. We rode the bus.
But hey, you know what they did for me, Jason? There's that little
What's
tiny
that?
seat in the very, very back.
Uh-huh.
You know, you have it because it's the exit row. It's
Yeah.
like the exit row on a plane. So it's that little seat,
Yeah, the miniature seat.
the miniature seat.
Yeah, you used to fight over who got to sit in the little seat.
Hey, I didn't have to fight over it because I was the oldest kid on the bus. And I was a child. My mom wasn't a goat. So Kay, I was the oldest child.
You
on
were the
bus.
oldest child. Get it right.
Yep. I was a senior in high school, and those junior high kids, they were kids. Those junior high kids knew to get up and move because they went to the junior high first in the high school. That was like the only person from the high school that got on the bus.
Really?
And yeah, I remember that big old yellow. That was before buses had air conditioners.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember that? And it would be a nasty, humid day, and those windows would fog up on the inside, and they stunk
Oh, yes.
because all the kids
Smelt worse.
Oh,
Smelt worse than the gym.
oh, it's terrible.
Yes.
So good memories this morning as you're waking up with us. Well, friends, let us know how you're doing this morning. If you have any information on how your neck of the woods is, your neighborhoods, you know, we don't need to go into a long tangent about all this because really it's here today, gone tomorrow. But we do want to keep people safe for the audience that we have. And we'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you're thankful for this morning. Hey, we are giving away some stuff today, Jason. What do you think I should give away? I'm going to give it up to you. What should I give away?
I don't even know what the options are.
If you were in a position to where you could give something away, now I'm not putting you in that position. I'm just saying, if you were in my shoes, what would you want to give away on this show?
Something warm today.
Something warm.
Yeah, I think somebody needs something warm.
Take the shirt off my back, man. You know.
I ain't giving up my jacket. It's a little bit too chilly for that.
You know what? Carhartt makes a good product. And I found this Carhartt hoodie, and this thing keeps me more warm than some of them. And I have a Carhartt jacket, but I don't wear it a whole lot because, you know, it's one of those you take it outside once and it starts to stink. It's got that stank on it like a dog.
No, it does not.
Mine does, dude. Maybe I never washed it.
Something wrong with yours.
But I found this hoodie years ago, and I had an incident where I busted my head open once. This thing was saturated in blood. I mean, the worst you could have ever seen, Jason. I'm not making this up. And to this day, I have no idea how I washed this thing and all the blood came out of it. I still have, and I've had this thing probably now, man, at least 10 years probably.
Really?
And the blood it washed, there's no trace. Look, you don't see none,
see any blood
and it was
stains.
covered from here down to here, man. Had an accident, my head busted open, and you know how the skin on your head is so thin that when it splits, I mean, it's just...
No, your head is very vascular. Have a lot of blood vessels.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's what happened to me, and something happened. Somebody texted me this morning. I have no idea. I'm going to tell you something real quick, friends. If, you know, sometimes, man, and I don't say this in a negative way, I get so many text messages. We have so many. You get Facebook messages, Instagram messages.
You do.
Messages all across, and I forgot to respond to somebody, and so I guess they're upset at me this morning. So they rudely said, or no. I'm like, I totally skipped over your message. No big deal.
Yep.
Anyways, be positive, friends. You know, give people 48 hours sometimes to respond, you know.
Yeah. You don't know
Anyways.
what they're going through today.
No, man. Bridget and I had been in bed all weekend, and thankfully, man, golly, I'm going to tell you something else. Can we say this now that we're on kind of a rant mode this morning in a positive way?
Come on, let's be
If you
positive.
are sick, for the love of our Creator, please wait 24 hours before you get back out in public. I understand there's an urgency to work and to do things, but please, 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 there is a nasty, terrible, terrible stomach bug going around this town right now. In fact, it was even in my cousin in Colorado caught it. I had to go to the hospital with it. And he'd never been to the hospital in his life. But Bridget, it hit our little boy, and it hit him. And then 2 days later, Braylon gets it. And my little girl, it is the most heartbreaking thing when you're little, and she doesn't understand what throw up is. So she says spit up. And she was so worried that she was in trouble, that she did something wrong.
Really?
At 8 o'clock at night, just out of nowhere, she started acting weird. And then, boom, it just went everywhere in the bedroom. And then that started literally, I don't know how to add time that quick, from 8 to 3 in the morning, nonstop, like every
7 hours.
30 minutes. The poor little thing.
That's 7 hours.
Probably threw up 10 times.
Ugh.
And she kept
Poor
crying
thing.
and saying, "Daddy, I'm sorry, I spit up." And I said, "Baby, it's okay." And I laid there and I held her because I said Bridget needed to get rest because she's taking care of Kaden. And so I went to Braylon's room and I was holding her. And she would sleep, and then she'd wake up and start kicking and screaming. She'd sit up, and immediately I knew. So I had a little bucket, and man, seeing them little babies having to go through that is the toughest thing, man.
It is difficult.
And she was better, finally the next morning. But then it hit me, and I made the huge mistake of taking Zofran. And so all day long, I had another terrible part of the stomach bug that I won't go into details. Everybody knows about that. But I wish that I wouldn't have taken that Zofran because, man, I was in so much pain all day Saturday. Just felt terrible. Mm-hmm. And if I wouldn't have taken that Zofran, I probably would have got rid of it.
A little bit quicker.
And then it lasted through early Sunday morning. We felt a little bit better. And then yesterday I was feeling really good. This morning is the first morning I felt 100%. But I didn't want to go around people. Even yesterday, I didn't go to church. I didn't want people to get sick.
No.
And it's just not worth it, man.
No. Keep your own germs.
Well, anyways, let us know you're out there. We're going to get to some of these questions in a moment. Jason, you know what I'm going to give away today? We went into this rant after you said about being warm. I am going to give away $20 cash.
You can give away $20
$20
cash.
will warm you up.
Yeah, it'll warm you up.
To pay for.
Buy some gas.
Don't go to Home Depot and buy their birch wood. They had all this birch wood on sale when you walked into Home Depot. I'm not a wood expert. I lit up the fireplace for the first time ever in our house. I used to burn it all the time back in Georgetown. Lit it up for the first time ever. And Jason, I bought 2 bags of this big old bags of birch wood, $8 a bag. Mm-hmm. We burned through all that wood in literally 8 hours yesterday.
Really?
That's how quick it burned, man. And so, Kyle, you're the brisketeer of Huntsville. What wood should I put in my fireplace?
Hardwood.
It's going to burn good and long.
Oak.
Never mind, Kyle. I got Jason.
Oak. Just don't burn pine.
Where can I get some of this at?
Man, Facebook Marketplace would be a good start.
What's that? How much is in a cord?
A cord is supposed to be, a face cord is 2 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and 16 feet long.
Good night. That's a lot of wood. How much does a cord of wood cost to you?
Probably around $3.
There's a bonings.
Yep. It just depends if it's split, whether you're hauling it or they're hauling it.
What if could I fit a cord in the back of my truck?
No.
You couldn't. Half a cord then.
Probably half a cord. That's 6 foot bed.
Okay. How can Kyle, Jason, if Jason said marketplace, where can I get a half a cord of wood today? Because, man, I want to load up and get that fireplace going again.
Well, you better take your bed cover off.
It'll roll up.
Does it?
Yeah. You know what upset me, Jason? I finally got, the fire, it isn't the initial fire that warms the house.
It's the coals.
It's the coals. And once you get them coals, man, that heat just starts blowing out of there. Mm-hmm. And I finally got all them coals going, and it felt great. And then I ran out of wood.
Mm-hmm. That's the way it works.
It's whatever. All right, $20 coming your way today, and all you got to do.
What's our keyword today?
How appropriate.
Frozen.
Frozen is the keyword. And all you got to do is text that in on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Frozen, along with your name, to 936-339-0139. Again, it's 936-339-0139. Text in Frozen along with your name. $20 going to you by Cash App or Venmo today. I'm feeling generous. It's going to be another cash week here.
Cash.
Good old cash.
Nothing beats cash.
Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny.
Johnny who?
Cash.
Johnny Cash.
All right, we'll take a break. More to come here. Stay with us. We'll have your national news. By the way, we're going to start doing more local news in the next couple of weeks. We'll make an official announcement later this week, but our new intern, Michelle Cardenas, is joining us on Wednesday. She'll be on the show Friday to give everybody a heads up of who she is, how she's going to be helping. But we're excited to welcome Michelle. We'll do that officially on Friday. But stay with us.
I might have to swing by on Friday.
Come
on
on,
my way.
man. Come on, man. More to come. We'll take a break. National news. This show brought to you every Tuesday by our friends at Guardian Defense. They are your self-defense experts here in Huntsville. Check them out online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. More to come on the other side. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm Ryan Daniels. The Iowa caucuses, with former President Trump winning the state by a large margin on the Republican side Monday night.
This is about starting the process for picking the most powerful human being in the world. This is the model for the entire country.
Jeff Kaufman's with the Republican Party of Iowa. Ron DeSantis finished a distant second, followed closely by Nikki Haley in third. Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy chose to bow out of the race after a disappointing finish. On the Democratic side, presidential preference votes were collected by mail-in tally and will be announced on Super Tuesday, March 5th. An Arctic blast is bringing dangerously low temperatures, wind chills, snow, and ice nationwide this week. The National Weather Service shows there are hazardous cold conditions from states near the border with Canada, south through the Appalachian Mountains, west to Montana, and even into the southern states. In Kentucky, the state roads manager is Jim Gray.
We will actually have a force of as many as 2,000 people, plus some 1,400 snowplows to deploy around the state.
Overnight low temperatures dip far below zero, mainly across the Midwest at the same time. Freezing rain in the Pacific Northwest is creating hazards, especially around Portland, Oregon. The paralyzing cold weather continues to have a significant impact on air travel. According to FlightAware, there were a total of more than 9,000 flight delays through MLK Day Monday. There were another 3,000 or more flight cancellations. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin is now out of the hospital following complications from a corrective surgery for prostate cancer. He will reportedly work remotely for a time.
Wish you were here.
A CD checked out of a Maryland library 35 years ago is finally back home. Staff members found the Pink Floyd CD in a return box on Friday. Luckily for the borrower, the library system went fine-free 4 years ago. This is USA News.
You've been working hard, doing the right thing and paying your taxes and putting your hard-earned money in the Medicare piggy bank all your life. And now it's time to break the piggy bank and get something back. Medicare. If you didn't know it, Medicare is health insurance for people over 65, and you paid for it with your tax dollars. Medicare plans now have more benefits than ever. That's good news, especially if you're like me and looking forward to paying as little as possible for good health insurance. Call and find out what Medicare plan is best for you. Save your time. It's valuable. We've already done the research for you. And in one quick phone call, you can learn how to get the best Medicare plan designed exactly for you. Hey, it's one of the most important decisions in your life. Let us help you through it. Here's our number. Call 65 Plus Medicare now. 800-778-8214. 800-778-8214. That's 800-778-8214.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce the upcoming addition of our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori. Contact us today at tpms.life. Third location on Veterans Memorial, coming soon. Education you can trust.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. All right, back at it. A little Frozen.
Back at it.
The Frozen Chosen.
The Frozen Chosen this morning.
How about that little something spunky here, Jason? You feeling that?
No, it's a little too cold for it.
Yeah, Jay, Tom, about to romp. Get on your boots, baby, start to stomp. Jay, Tom, about to romp. I say get on your boots, baby, start to stomp. Got that music going, listen now. Jason Thompson gonna show you how. You need some firing range, don't be deranged. He's the man that's got it, ain't no man.
Rob, you missed your calling. You should have been writing rap songs.
Man, it was one of those rare moments where I just start feeling it, and then the audience goes away. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville, probably just tuned out on that rap. I'm sorry, Carolyn. I did it for you, Carolyn, but I know you probably stopped joining us this morning. Hey, friends, welcome back in. Tactical Tuesday continues here on Good Morning Huntsville. We hope that you're waking up warm, and we know that it is very, very cold outside. The sun is shining, though. There is something that I learned. It's like solar heat or radial heat. I guess I didn't learn it because I don't remember what it was called. But I became really good friends with a meteorologist up in Fargo named Dylan, and Dylan is a excellent, amazing young man that has a very bright future in television and meteorology. And Dylan started teaching me about stuff because we would go in to record our North Dakota State basketball shows at WDAY television. And Dylan was right there in the studio with us. He had his own little table. We used to stand in front of some monitors when we did the show. And so Dylan started telling. I said, Dylan, how is it that we were below zero for a week, and we had a ton of snow, and I just never forget it started melting. I said, how is the snow melting and it's below zero? He said it is something to do with like radial energy from the sun, and he explained it to me. But it was with the sun rays and the UV and all that kind of jazz and
interesting
solar radiation. Something like that can melt snow even when it's 30 below. So. Things have to align up correctly. I mean, you can't just have the sun and it's shining down the snow. Like there has to be. It was really interesting what he was explaining. There has to be a proper angle that the sun rays hit the snow.
Really?
It's kind of like when you try to slice through, like me trying to slice through brisket the wrong way. You got to slice it right, baby.
Yeah, I could only imagine what your brisket looked like.
It wasn't that good. You got to slice it right to get it right.
You do have to slice the brisket right.
You got to slice it right, baby. That's going to be a new T-shirt. You got to slice it right, baby. Hey, welcome in. A lot of friends joining us here. Kathy Schweitzer was telling me check with Chelsea Winkleman on the wood. I don't know who Chelsea is. Maybe I do. But if you have her information, hit that up, man. I'm ready to take this truck and go get some oak wood to burn in the fireplace today.
Some hardwood.
Appreciate that. A lot of friends are on this morning. Kyle Kreiner, good morning to you. Good. He actually said morning, not morning. El Turping is thankful this morning for warmth and water. Boy,
yes.
How about that? That is something to be thankful for, Jason. Quentin Glaze, good morning to you. Jamie Salas over at Osprey Storage. She is doing, Jamie has just went all in. Have you met Jamie yet, Jason?
No, I have not.
Boy, she is just a great asset to our community. She is the on-site manager for Osprey Storage here in Huntsville, and she has went all in supporting this community. She came up with this Blessing Boxes Facebook group, helping out families.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and she started that. She has organized a scavenger hunt for businesses coming up a little bit later this year. We'll have her talk about that on the show sometime. And Jamie, just thank you so much for giving back to this community. She came in here with guns a-blazing, and I didn't say that because it's Technical Tuesday, but she really did.
Look who put on there.
What do we got here?
One more down. Down.
Wait, hold on. We'll get to her.
Okay.
Donna Kirk from Riverside. Our friends in River. Man, that's making me want to go to Fat Boys Pizza today.
Fat Boys Pizza.
She said, thankful to be warm and have a warm place to live in. Thankful for y'all. We're thankful for you, Donna. Thanks for joining us this morning. And all right.
Do you know that person?
I know this person. It's a theme song where she lives. It was the dumbest theme song I've ever heard. Serious freedom. Dun, 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 dun. Do you know what
No, I have no idea what you're singing.
Does anyone know, before I get to any of this, before I pop up her name, does anyone know what commercial that was for? It was a little slogan that went, serious freedom, dun, 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 dun. And when I say dun, dun, that's a word. It's a 2-syllable word. Serious freedom, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, see, I got a text too.
Yeah. If you can figure that out, I'm going to pop up the comment of who this is joining us and where they're joining us from. But it has to do with a business related to the automotive industry.
I know the answer, but I'm not going to reveal it.
But you don't know that. I'm hoping.
I don't know the song, but I know.
I hope I'm not just making up stuff this morning. Hold on. Now
coming to Google.
I know I have to.
What would we do without Google?
Oh, I hope that it's still there. Oh, it is. It does exist, Jason. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to show
Here it comes.
I'm just going to show the commercial, man. You ready
Here
for
it
this?
comes.
Oh, this. You know how many we talk so much on this show about these dumb jingles and stuff. You know that, man? Let's see if anybody got it first before I go down there.
Yeah, we got to wait for the 30-second delay.
Nobody got it. Nobody got it yet. Hey, good morning, darling. Braylon is saying, good morning, Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Good morning. Good morning, sweetheart. I love you, darling. It's my little angel joining this morning. Good morning, sweetheart. The coolest thing, too, about them little babies when they do wake up in the middle of the night, as long as they're not sick and they just want their mommies and daddies, they just come and they cuddle up like a little bug with you.
Yeah.
You know, and I did that before I had children. I did that with my puppies. You know, they just cuddle on up. And we don't allow our dogs on the beds unless it's like Bridget washes the beds pretty frequently. So she knows if she's going to wash the bed the next day, then it's like okay for the dogs to hop on just because they shed everywhere, man. And but I was feeling so terrible with Braylon, and I was staying in her room, and we have a little guest bed in there that I let Stella up in that bed. She was with me all day, would not leave my side. And that's just the sweetest thing, man.
Yeah.
So nobody got that. I can't believe that. So Jason,
well, you're gonna have to play it.
Hold on, let me get to it here if I can find it. Really dumb. It's weird. Lisa Branch is so good at helping people understand why these things happen in your brain. Like, how do I remember some dumb commercial from years ago and the jingle to it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The dumbest thing ever, and I remembered it. Nobody has got it yet. Serious freedom. Dun, dun. Let's see if it actually sounds like that, though. All right, Jason?
Let's see how good you did.
All right, hold on.
See how good Lisa's memory is, or training is helping your memory.
I remember this one. Here it is. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready for it. I hope people can hear this, too, Jason. They should be able to. Here we go. I hope it sings it. You don't remember this?
Yeah, I remember it.
Get ready. Cranking it up. Get ready. Here it goes. You feeling it?
No, I'm not feeling it. You're a loon, man.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Man, this makes me want to go get some Goodyears, baby. Here it is. I wasn't crazy, see?
Yeah, you weren't crazy.
With Monday.com, you can connect your work apps in one place.
Man.
Start by creating a clear workflow on Monday.com.
Stop. There. You got a bunch of ads running. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Don't that make you want to go buy some Goodyear tires?
Not really.
Go where you want to go. I mean, I got some cheap tires the other day over it for our Santa Fe, and those things weren't Goodyears, and they're working just fine.
Yep.
Although, I got some Goodyears on my truck, though.
Yeah, you do.
I guess I can go where I want to go.
You can.
They got me from Fargo to Texas, man, so... Oh, what a morning. What a morning that makes no sense. Just random, useless information here.
Isn't it, though?
That's why I love doing this show. I have no idea what we're going to talk about 80 days, Jason.
I have no idea either.
Oh, that'll bring you back. Serious freedom. Good year. I told you I wasn't full of it, man. I knew that it was there. Hey, today, I got to read these sometimes because I don't ever want to joke about something that could be really serious. It is. Oh, okay. Well, today is National Without a Scalpel Day today. So
Really?
For all you surgeons out there there's a lot of good surgeons, there's a lot of bad surgeons. So for all you bad surgeons out there that just want to cut on people to make an extra buck, today is not your day.
Yep.
Because today encourages you to not get surgery if you don't have to.
That's it.
So that is National Without a Scalpel Day. Ooh, it's also National Fig Newton Day today. A little bit of Fig Newton for you, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
With your British accent.
I don't know why I'm talking like this, but it's a terrible accent. National Fig Newton Day, January the 16th, recognizes a tasty pastry. Pastry. I'm feeling patriotic this morning.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get political. How'd the Iowa caucus go last night? Just kidding. I didn't watch any of it.
I saw a headline about it.
Just kidding. I didn't watch it. A Nabisco, here we go. Nabisco trademark version of the fig roll. Newtons are pastry filled with fig paste. That just sounds gross. But they're good, man. Anyways, there you go. National Fig Newton Day. We're going to get to Miss Goodyear here in a minute, by the way.
She just lost her internet.
Well, now we can't get to her.
She'll have to replay it.
This is my favorite day of all.
Your favorite day of all?
Take a deep breath, Jason.
All right.
Think about all the things that you have to do. Think about just everything that's going on and all the things that you have to do. And now just wipe all that out of your memory. Don't you feel peace all of a sudden? Do you feel that, audience? You kind of do, right?
No, not really.
I felt it, dude. I'm not being weird, man. Do this with me real quick, audience. Just take a deep breath. There's a lot of people on Spirit Radio FM listening, so listen. Take a deep breath. Now just get rid of everything in your mind. I'm not being weird. Just forget about it. Like that guy, Mickey Blue. Forget about it. Did you hear that? Silence? Besides the little hum of I felt good for a second. Did you feel good for a second?
I felt good for a second.
Today is National Nothing Day.
Nothing Day?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Not a doggone thing today. January the 16th. Now let's see what this is. Again, I should read the descriptions of these before I start poking at them because I don't want it to ever be anything serious. That's happened before, by the way. There was a word one time on a broadcast that I thought that I had made up. And my analyst looked at me. This was up in North Dakota. He goes, "What did you just say?" And I said, "I don't know." He goes, "That sounded really cool." I looked it up. It was something that was in Urban Dictionary, and it was extremely inappropriate. I felt so bad. I thought I made the word up. I'd never heard it before.
Really?
Yeah. All right. I can't figure out what's the importance of National Nothing Day, but it's there. I guess the internet's not working. I have nothing.
You have nothing. The internet's down again.
Oh, happy National Nothing Day. Jason, give us some updates, man. What's going on at Guardian Defense? You were still out teaching. Classes going good. Give us some updates, man.
Yeah, we taught a class yesterday, RSO class. And
RSO, what is that?
Range Safety Officer.
Okay.
It's not a class we teach that often.
Range Safety Officer.
Range.
I thought you said rain. I was like,
no, range.
There's my buddy right there that, we got to make sure he's okay this morning.
Yeah, Range Safety Officer. It teaches teach you how to get a certification so you can work on a gun range.
There you go. Range safety certification from you guys. So I didn't even know y'all offer. What are some other things that maybe you offer that people don't realize that you offer, Jason?
Advanced pistol and rifle classes. That's that's one of the things that we do offer.
Okay.
Personal protection inside the home, personal protection outside the home, and the concealed carry workshop.
We've had some messages. I won't say over the years, but over the months, because we haven't been on for years. We've only been on since March of last year. We're getting close to a year. We're going to have a year celebration, man.
What are we going to do for the year celebration?
You know what I want to start doing, to be honest, is I want to start hosting, if not monthly, at least quarterly appreciation mixers where we invite our sponsors to come out, and we also invite our audience to come out.
That would be fun.
And maybe even a potluck, one day. We'll have a little gathering maybe this summer in a park somewhere and ask people to come out, and we'll just have a Hello Huntsville Appreciation Day.
Sounds good to me. I'm in.
But yeah, maybe we'll do something special for a year, but that's coming up in March. That's going to be here really fast, to be honest. But no, a lot of folks didn't realize that you guys also sell ammunition, firearms.
You sell
things as well, and
we
it's
sell
all
guns.
federally licensed, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, we follow the rules. We sell guns, we sell ammo, we have, access to holsters, to, knives, just about anything. We can even sharpen knives, guys.
How did you get into this line of work? Because Jason, I've known you've been a good friend for almost since we got here. Where I first met you was 1212 12th Street at noon.
Yeah, 1212 12th Street at noon.
Dacry invited you over whenever the group got started, and you and Ricky came in, and you had a presentation. Yep. But I've never asked you, how did you get into the line of work here? Because you started out, driving trucks. You were an EMT.
Yeah, I was a paramedic.
So how did this happen?
Just, following your dreams. I've always been interested in guns.
And how long has it been now? How many years?
Since I've been playing with guns?
Well, since you started it as a business.
Oh, man, probably about 4 years.
So just 4 years. And you guys have really been rocking and rolling, man.
We try. I started out as a gun instructor and was sending, my students other places, and said, man, I'm losing a piece of the pie. So we went and jumped through all the hoops and got licensed, and here we are.
And jump through the hoops the right way. You didn't just jump through them. It's a lot of work. I know you made it sound like it's so easy, but it's not easy.
It's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, it's a ton, man. I've seen you do it.
It's a ton of paperwork. Yeah. I got out of driving trucks and decided I wanted to play with guns again.
What's the most recent, how many years ago, most recently you drove a truck, 4 or 5 years ago? For a living?
It's been 4 or 5 years.
Do you still carry, what is it, CDL?
No, I let that thing go.
Do you have to renew it every year? How does that process work?
Pretty much. You have to get you have to have a medical card from a specially trained doctor.
Okay.
To keep your CDL.
Well, there you go, man. Well, hey, good one here today. A lot happening. Let's take a break. You want to take a break? Are your feet okay? My feet are a little cold, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
I want to make sure. I'm going to bring this heat.
I only have 1 foot left.
Jason, man.
I got you know.
This would be great. We can look back on things and just say, it's all good, man.
It's all good.
Yeah.
No, I got most of 1 foot and, a smaller foot.
Yeah, it's all right, man.
It's okay.
As I told you this was a couple weeks ago, I said, man, you're parking on the other side of the street and you're walking over here. Mm-hmm. That's a blessing, man. So
it is.
I've been worried, though, because I know your situation, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, I need to get something over here.
Nah,
so
I'm good.
Making me nervous. You know what happened? I'm going to tell you one last story before we take a break, because you know how these stories pop into my head. There's a guy that's in his 80s named Galen Welnicki, and he used to be my analyst in Georgetown. And it was in April. It was below freezing in April. Never got above freezing this day. And it started to sleet while we were outside calling a baseball game. And I told Galen, I said, Galen, you should not be out here in this weather. He's in his 80s. Mm-hmm. And he said, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Well, I'm going to tell you what, man. A few days later, I hadn't heard from Galen. Mm-hmm. I finally did get a hold of him. I'd called him. He didn't answer. He called me back and said, sorry, I got a cute nurse taking care of me. You're in your 80s. It's okay to whatever. You can just say whatever. So
say whatever.
He's joking around and nothing inappropriate. He just go, I got a good. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, after that game, I got pneumonia. And he goes, I about near died. Mm-hmm. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, I got home and the next day I was having issues. I ended up going to the hospital and I apparently passed out.
Really?
It was a blessing in disguise because if he hadn't have developed the pneumonia, they wouldn't have found out that he was having a heart problem.
Really?
And so they fixed all of it.
Well, that's good.
So he was all, thank you for. I said, well, Gary, I told you not to be out in that game in the first place. Well, I'm thankful I went.
Yeah.
Because I would have never got the pneumonia, never knew I had the heart problem.
There you go.
And he goes, now I got a cute nurse taking care of me for the next 2 weeks. So
lucky.
And I always joked around about his last name because it was Welnicki. Mm-hmm. And I said, where did that name, I said, let me guess, y'all didn't have a last name when you were born. It was one of those weird times, where folks didn't have last names, just first names. Mm-hmm. And I said, I bet you anything, your mom's name was Nikki, and your dad, when you came out, your dad looked at your mom and said, well, Nikki. And that's where the name came from.
Oh, you're too much this morning.
All right, let's take a break. One final time this morning, $20 coming your way.
Text it in.
You got to text it to win it, man. It's not that hard. All you got to do is text in the keyword FROZEN, F-R-O-Z-E-N. Put a space, put your name in there so we know who it is. Text that in on our good friend. It's Randolph Thompson of the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. You can text him at 936-339-0139. Text in that keyword FROZEN, 936-339-0139. We'll step aside, take a break. No more Goodyear commercials, but we will have a word from our sponsors. We'll be back after this. It's your show. Good morning, Huntsville.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Hey listeners, Rob here, and I'm excited to welcome Abby from the Color Bar, where they're all about meeting every community need with continuous innovation.
Thanks, Rob. We're thrilled to evolve, offering stylish cuts for kids, men, and women, alongside expert coloring services.
That's fantastic. What's new and exciting in the world of the Color Bar?
We're always adding to our repertoire. Whether it's trendy cuts for all ages or dynamic coloring techniques, our team is geared up for it.
That's great to hear. Any sneak peek into future plans?
Our community drives us, Rob. Stay tuned for more services on the horizon, ensuring we cater to everyone's unique tastes.
Exciting times ahead. And Abby, tell us about the Color Bar's locations.
We're not just in one spot, we're spreading the magic in multiple locations. You can find us in Huntsville and Conroe.
Fantastic. So listeners, for a stylish experience with the Color Bar, visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972. With multiple locations, they're here to give you a look that feels uniquely yours.
We can't wait to welcome everyone to the Color Bar.
All right, time now, 8:49 in the morning. If you're off today, well, good for you.
I think most people are off today.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm off every day.
I'm never on, man. My brain's always off. Lisa's helping me with that. Learning RX, by the way, they're your brain experts here in Huntsville.
They are.
Lisa Roberts, Lisa Branch, they do a great job with it. I've been going into training with Lisa now. I think 7 sessions in. I've learned a lot. I'm starting to retain stuff. Some of the stuff I don't want to retain, to be honest, but I'm retaining it. Nothing they're teaching me. It's just things that pop into my head that I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have thought of that. And then boom, there it is. So thanks a lot to Learning RX. But they, in all seriousness,
be careful what you wish for.
Let's be careful what you think. So, but I appreciate Lisa. If you are struggling to remember things, or maybe you're confused, and I don't ever want to say that there's not anything medical going on, because there could be something seriously medical going on. Get it checked out. But if they can't figure it out, go to Learning RX. There may be some connections that are loose there, and our good friends will help you. Lisa's been helping me now for the last 2 months, and it truly is starting to work. I'm starting to remember things, starting to really not have that confusion cloud in my brain anymore. And I've learned that there's been a disconnect between my left brain and my right brain. And, before I couldn't even do this, and now I've kind of got that down. I couldn't do it. Oh, I just messed up. It's still kind of hard. But if you go reverse, pinky, that's hard. Because your brain it's easy to do this the same way.
Right. But to do it opposite.
But try to do it opposite, man.
No, I'm not even going to try.
See
Make
that?
a fool out of myself.
Look at that. Look, you see, you feeling
Yeah,
it.
see?
But look, see what happens? I went back. Still not clicking 100%.
Oh, well. You'll get there.
So that commercial a while ago, that Goodyear commercial, it was related to Goodyear, Arizona. And we did it. Boy, we've had a lot of text messages come in this morning. Look at that. Every one of them. Boy, we've got some new people, too. Great. I like that. We're going to do a randomizer, so don't worry. But that text, or not the text, but the person that we wanted to acknowledge about Goodyear was a very special person in your life. And a friend of Hello Huntsville.
It is. She's been on the show a couple of times.
As the word of old Harry Gold back in Georgetown used to say, no one knows him here, he's a business owner. He'd always say, who is that man? So I'll ask you, who is that woman, Jason?
Oh, that would be my mother.
Mama Thompson joined us. Patricia Thompson from Arizona. Tell her to pack up and move to Texas, man. Let's get her here to Texas. What's it going to take, man?
I have no idea.
She wouldn't do that.
No. She has too many friends.
Tell them to move.
Tell them to move?
Yeah, tell them to pack up. All come on to Huntsville.
Yeah, I could see that.
A buddy of mine just retired from, he's in car sales for a long time. In fact, he'd given me a job, and I lasted a month and a half. Not because of him. The company he worked for kind of hosed me. I don't know. I guess when you're an entrepreneur, you just kind of feel like you get hosed wherever you work. Not in a bad way. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a negative way, because I've been really blessed. But this was the one job that I felt like I just got kind of hosed, and it was Man, I sold like, I want to say 12 cars. I got a check for $800. And even one of the sales guys told me you got hosed.
You got hosed?
I worked with a lady for a week and a half, man. Sold her a brand new car, and I got a whopping $50 for that one.
Oh,
well,
boy.
The markup's not that great. You're better off selling used cars. And you know, so I sold this one used car, and I think they profited like $8,000 on it. I learned about the industry, baby. And this guy, the sales guy, come, man, hip, and it was a Tahoe, man. This was like a $70,000 bad boy,
$70,000 bad boy,
used bad boy. And I'll never forget this used car guy come, man, you're gonna make some bank. That's $22,000 in your pocket, man. I end up getting it was like $100 is all they paid me, dude.
Paid you $20?
No, like $100.
$100
for this car that apparently was like a $7,000 markup.
Yeah, I think you got hosed.
Yeah.
Got the short end of the stick for sure.
I will say I never, maybe that was the one business I never really felt like that anywhere else. And of course, I'm tremendously blessed here in Huntsville to work with Hello Huntsville. Love what we're able, in a serious note, love what we're able to do through First Baptist Church. And I did want to take a moment just to acknowledge there was a lot of friends that went this weekend that we had invited. I feel so terrible because we were sick and we didn't get to be there with them. But if you had a chance, I hope that you enjoyed Pastor Bay's message and just the great worship by Alan Barnes. So tremendously blessed. And friends, maybe this morning you're looking for a church home. I want to encourage you, head over to First Baptist. Maybe you've said, well, I don't know about a Baptist church. I'm going to tell you, friends, don't let the name throw you off. It doesn't matter if it's a Church of Christ, a Baptist church, a Lutheran church. I'm going to tell you, as long as the church believes in the blood of Jesus and he died on the cross and your salvation is through him, just find a place that you feel like you're part of a family, that you feel like you're welcome. And I'll tell you this morning that when you come to First Baptist, I can say you're going to feel like you're part of a family. You're going to feel welcome. And so if you were able to go this weekend and we invited you, thank you so much for being there. And again, hope you love the service. Great Bible study classes at 9:30 in the morning. A lot of interaction. We're in a really cool class, Jason, with a guy named Barry. We get to interact back and forth and talk a lot, which is really cool. And we've learned a lot. Just, it's not like you go and you listen to someone talk about something. You have someone lead a discussion. And in teaching, when you lead a discussion, that's better.
It.
That's what you want to do because it's feedback back and forth, right?
Right.
And that's
you don't want to just get up there and talk.
No, and that's what Barry does, and he does such a great job at that. We love that class, and then services at 10:45. And I always joke around, but I'm being serious. Pastor Bay will get you out of there by noon.
By noon?
He'll get you out of there by noon. So, football season's winding down, so who cares? But I want to get into that. Cowboys.
I don't even watch football anyway.
Cowboys got slammed, and I know everybody here, all of a sudden we got a bunch of fair weather Texans fans out of nowhere. I know that many of you are legitimate Texans fans. But I've seen so many now fair weather. Oh, Texans. I'm like, you never even supported them, and now you're a big friend of them?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Anyways, all positive on this show. All right, let's give a big shout-out again. Patricia, good morning to you. Mama Thompson, friend of Hello Huntsville. We always love you, and we're so glad that you're a part of the show here with us.
Think how early she got up to watch us.
What, is she 2 hours behind over there?
2 hours.
Well, 7, 6, 5:30.
Yeah.
Well, 5:40 internet.
Yeah.
Internet was frozen this morning we're on the hot spot, man. I'm glad it's working because the internet here wasn't working this morning.
No, it wasn't.
All right, let's head over.
Randomizer time.
Please be somebody that hasn't won in a while. You know what I'm saying? Jason, there's 14 people that texted in. You ready for this?
Yep.
Here, I'm going to let you hit the button. Hold on, let me.
Which button you want me to push?
It's kind of a weird mouse here.
Yeah, I know.
Just click that guy right there on the left side. Here we go.
All right, I clicked it.
She already won.
Yep, she already won.
Oh, man. Oh, well, that's all right. Let's head over to her. That's okay. It's the randomizer. Ray Hernandez, I saw that you messaged us, buddy. But sorry, I promise
it wasn't Ray Hernandez.
It didn't pick you, Ray. I'm sorry. Jason's right here. We got video proof. Hold on. I didn't load up the software this morning.
Running behind.
Boy, somebody texted us like 3 times. They were hungry for it this morning, but
they needed $20.
It only takes it once. All right, here we go. This is not a biased system.
No.
She may not answer now that we said she already won. She's probably listening.
Maybe. Let's see if she answers.
She ain't going to answer.
She ain't going to answer.
New rule, this starting now, is if they don't answer, it goes into our pocket.
Oh, that is.
She didn't answer. Hello? Nope, that's a voicemail. Hope that wasn't her driving because she didn't answer. I hung up on her. All right, one more, Jason. Oh! Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, see, what goes around comes around, doesn't it, Jason?
It does.
All right, hold on. It's exciting to see what pops up on here.
I know.
All right, here we go. Oh.
Let's see what happens.
It's not
Morning.
Gonna... Oh, man.
Good morning.
Seriously?
Were you listening?
No, I just I'm on a conference call with my staff right now.
Well,
we're still working from home.
Well, congratulations. You just won $20. We called and we were giving you a hard time saying, sorry, Ray, you didn't win.
Yeah.
And then we hit it, and then the person didn't answer, and we hit it again, and you won, man. $20. Do you have Cash App or Venmo?
Yeah.
All
Venmo
right.
will work.
Well, text it over to us, Ray, and I'll get you your $20. Ray Hernandez,
well, you guys
president of the
be safe.
chamber.
Hey,
he's got to go.
Rob, I might need a delivery, so text me when you leave the house on your way home.
Yeah, all right.
Y'all be safe out there, guys. How are the roads?
They're
Not
good.
bad.
They're good. Hey, that delivery is going to cost you $20. All right,
well,
brother.
if it's some of that freeze dried candy, we'd be good to go.
Yeah, all right. Well, sounds good, Ray. Hey, thank you, man.
All
God
right, y'all
bless you,
take
buddy.
care.
Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
He's on a conference call. That's funny, man. Because we were
Isn't
just
that
joking.
funny?
We're saying Ray
Yeah.
ain't going to win. And then I hit it again.
We look over there. Nope, Ray didn't win. Hit the randomizer again. Ray wins.
Yeah, I don't know what he wants delivered, but it's going to cost him $25. I'm going to make $5 on this trip, man.
Oh, you're going to make $5 off of Ray?
Yeah. Patricia got up at 4 a.m., she said, by the way. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we got a good week lining up. Maybe tomorrow. We're still confirming. Possibly we'll have Corey he's the GM over at Cafe Texan. If not tomorrow, it'll be next Wednesday. He told me he'll get back to me today. And so he'll be with us tomorrow. Hopefully, if not, Rick and Kay Boning will be here regardless. So make sure you join us back at 7:30. Thursday and Friday, we're open. Things have been kind of frozen, so we're still booking up guests. But if you're a nonprofit and you'd like to be on the show, let us know. Got a message from a friend earlier about a very important event that's coming up in May, so we're going to schedule a time to have him on. Suicide awareness, very, very important topic.
Yeah, that would be a good part.
And so
Good
we want to get them on as well. Jason, one last thing here. I think I talked about it last week, but old Sammy, boy, he lost his arm. Look at this poor guy. Look at Jay. He's been through the ringer, man.
He's been through the ringer.
Lost his arm. Lost his cane.
Yeah.
Obviously don't need it. He's still hanging out, hanging
Yeah,
good.
that glue's holding him down pretty good.
Glue's holding him down. You were joking. You said you need to get some new glue. I said, Jason, actually, the glue that I had is the only thing that's still holding him. Every time he falls, something else breaks.
Well, you got to quit throwing Sam around.
Well, my cord gets stuck on it, and it yanks him around. So that's it. We got to go. Jason's shaking over here.
Yeah, it's a little chilly over here by the door.
We got him by the door, and I have it wide open. Just kidding. I would not do that, dude.
I'd already been in the truck.
We'll be back at it tomorrow, so make sure to join us, friends. And, as you go about today, again, find somebody that may need help and just embrace them. And support local business. That's going to be a really heavy emphasis. One of the reasons we're bringing Michelle on is to really work hard to promote small business more in our community. Think about that today as you go out. Is there a product or a service that you need that, the big chain stores have their place and they employ local people, so it's important to shop there as well. But is there something that you need today from maybe the True Value, the local Ace Hardware store here in town today? Could you get it? Would it cost $1 more? Maybe. But is it worth it? Absolutely.
Is that money going to stay in your local community?
I'll give you a perfect example. I went over to TCS Flooring. Weldon is a tremendous guy. He owns, and we're going to have information about his new shop coming up there, the Axe shop he's opening up too. But he owns Tom Fuller's, owns TCS Flooring. He wouldn't mind me saying this. I bought a piece of carpet that we're sitting on here. Mm-hmm. And I probably could have got this carpet a little bit cheaper at Home Depot. But you know what? I said I want to support local. And I went over, and Weldon took excellent care of me. And was it worth me to spend a few extra bucks on this little piece of carpet? Absolutely.
You bet.
Because it's giving money back to a local business.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't feel bad about it. If you're able to do it, do it. I understand things are financially tight. If you can't do it, don't force yourself to. But just know that if you're able to spend a few extra bucks to help a local small business, please do it today. And let's continue to embrace and lift up our community. Go by and see Jason Thompson for all of your firearm needs, your personal safety needs. The Thompson family will take great care of you.
Yes, we will.
They're online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. And go on down there and get the rest of it.
Go on down and get the rest of it.
Get the rest of it, buddy. That'll wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m.
Stay warm, everyone.
Stay warm. I was going to say stay fresh, but I don't know what that means. So just stay warm, all right? We love you, Huntsville. As I end every broadcast reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you, Huntsville. Good morning, and God bless. We'll see you back at it tomorrow morning. I said 7. I meant 7:30.
7:30.
So long, everyone.
See you guys.